Yeah, good morning, everyone. So yesterday the US market was closed. Futures are showing some marginal negative, and even the Asian markets are also indicating some negative trends. Uh, uh, no, nothing great data which came and having its impact on the market. It may be what we had seen that the market has shown a good run up, so there could be some cool off impact which is going on, and that's why we are seeing some profit booking. Quite possible similar trend can emerge in the Indian market as well. On the commodity side also, we are seeing some softness. Oil is, though oil is up by around $0.5, but the other commodities, iron ore and steel, both are down by around 0.5%. So some marginal corrections are visible in the international market. We may see similar trend in the Indian market as well. And I'll request the technical team to take up from here.
Thank you, sir. Very good morning, all of you. So we have seen a good rally in Nifty from last 4 to 5 trading sessions, and it has moved all the way from 18,700 base levels to approximately 19,400 levels. We feel today the markets are expected to be open on a flattish note, and it's going to be more of a sideways move today. And if we continue to witness the rally, then Nifty can test the resistance of 19,500 in the coming levels. And once 19,500 levels are broken on the closing basis, then it can move towards 19,580 to 19,670 in the coming week. Whereas if we witness a slight profit booking from here, 19,300 will act as a very strong support zone for the Nifty, followed by 19,180. Moving on to Bank Nifty has shown a sideways momentum in yesterday's session. It has given an up move, then it was mostly flat in yesterday's trading session. It has closed near around the 45,300 level. The immediate resistance for Bank Nifty is currently placed at 45,700 levels. Once 45,700 levels are broken, then we can see a good rally towards 46,000 to 46,300 levels in the coming sessions. Whereas, again, if you witness a profit booking from these, 45,700, 600 levels, then 45,000 will act as a very important support zone for Bank Nifty, which will also act as a psychological support zone, followed by 44,750. Moving on to financial services Nifty, it has given a closing of around 20,400 levels. The immediate resistance is again placed at 20,550, followed by 2670. And the support for this index is placed at 20,300, followed by 20,180. Moving on to stocks, so it's going to be a very stock specific market in the coming sessions. So we request everyone to trade with 6 stop losses. We feel ACC is looking good at current levels. It has formed a base at 1820 levels and it's currently trading near that only. So it's going to be a conditional buy call. If ACC starts trading above 1830 levels, then one can take a buy call for a target of 1895 by keeping a strict stop loss of 1799. Also, Kotak Bank has shown a good base formation at its lower levels. One can take a buy call on Kotak Bank as well for a target of 1920 with a strict stop loss of 1824. We have initiated the buy calls on both these stocks. We request everyone to trade with strict stop losses. That's all from my side. I request Nirav to take the call forward.
Yeah, thank you, Ayush. On the derivative front, looking at the overall open interest still sideways. PCR is still high near the overbought zones. VIX for some has risen about 7-8% from the lower side. Around the 10.5 odd levels that has risen now to about 11.7, still at comfortable levels, but it has started to rise. So that is one thing to note. Also, the open interest in terms of options for Nifty looks like some base building is being done around the 19,300, 19,200 odd levels, which is a good sign. Still, the 19,000 put holds the highest open interest. However, we are not seeing much liquidation at 19,400 and 500 strike calls. So once we'll see more liquidation there, you will see more buying coming in up to the 19,800 or 20,000 odd levels. But at this point, 19,500 is a resistance and that needs to be broken on the upside. From the stock specific front, we are seeing a broad-based buying in banking stocks particularly. So banking should continue to do well. We are seeing good base formation around the Axis Bank and ICICI Bank at the money options. So there is likely to be some buying in these two stocks going forward. Also, IT as a whole seems to be bottoming out, and Tech Mahindra has witnessed a lot of short covering action. So this is one stock which should do pretty well going forward. So yeah, look out for the same. That's it from my side. I'd like to ask the fundamental team to take over, please.
Good morning. Many banks have come up with their quarter one updates. First is AU Small Finance Bank. Their update is positive. Loan book grew 7.6% sequentially, 29% year on year to 63,000 crores. Deposit growth was flat quarter on quarter, mainly because the bank already holds good amount of liquidity, and so it did not need to raise any capital. However, the retail term deposits saw a good growth of 8% sequentially. RBL Bank update was neutral. Loan book grew 4% sequentially, 20% year on year. However, if we split the loan book, retail grew 32% year on year, whereas wholesale grew by just 8%. Mix of retail has now increased to 56% of total book. Deposit growth was muted at 1% sequentially and 8% year on year. Similarly, IndusInd Bank numbers were also neutral. Advances grew almost 4% sequentially, 21% year on year. Loan book has now reached 3 lakh crores. Deposits grew 3.2% and 15% QOQ and year on year. HDFC Bank also came out, and the update was marginally negative. This is because advances growth on a sequential basis slowed down to 1% and on year basis to 16%. Retail loans still grew well sequentially at 4%, but SME and wholesale sequential growth was almost 1%, which is slightly low. Also, deposits grew by just 1.6% sequentially. Bank has also given the combined update for HDFC Limited and HDFC Bank. So the combined entity advances grew by just 0.7% sequentially and 13% year on year. Total advances now stand at 22 lakh 45,000 crores. And deposits also grew by just 1% sequentially and 16% year on year. So overall number seems to be marginally negative for HDFC Bank. Bandhan Bank business update is negative because of decline in loan book on a sequential basis. Decline was 5.5%. Even adjusting for some short-term loans which were there last quarter, it still is down by around 3% sequentially. And on year basis, increase is just 7%. Deposits were flat sequentially. Even CASA ratio, if we see last year, it was 43%. In March quarter, it was 39%, and the current quarter, it has declined to 36%. However, asset quality seems to be stable with MFI collection efficiency at around 98%. But overall numbers for Bandhan is seems to be negative. Thank you.
Good morning. Vishnu Chemicals has commissioned its precipitated barium sulfate facility at Srikalahasti. The plant has an installed capacity of 60,000 tons per annum of barium carbonate and 30,000 tons per annum of precipitated barium sulfate. This is also known as Blanc Fix, which will find applications across paints of all kinds, white or colored, powder coating industry, battery, etc. And the plant is ready to serve the customers for the products for this product Blanc Fix, which is generally getting imported in India. Further, the promoter pledge has been reduced in the June quarter. Now the pledge as percentage of promoter holding is 2.7% compared to 36% as on March 23. So this is positive for the company. Thank you.
Yeah, apart from this, LTI Mindtree will be replacing HDFC in Nifty. But LTI Mindtree results in this quarter is expected to be declining, wherein CC revenue quarter on quarter is expected to decline by around 1%. And also margins will also see some decline quarter on quarter. So need to be careful. Their expectation was that the Mindtree will add up to the Nifty, and because of that, the stock had seen some run up. But there could be some profit booking as the news is now out. So need to be careful. Then another thing is Motherson Sumi has done one acquisition in Japan. In fact, they had acquired one company which is listed in the Tokyo Stock Exchange and owned by Honda. So Honda will be exiting from this company and will be a minor shareholder at 19% post this acquisition. And somewhat the Motherson Sumi will become the majority shareholder with 81% shareholding. The business is profitable and debt-free company, and it is EPS accretive. Uh, it will add up somewhere at around 8% of the revenue to the Motherson Sumi's total revenue in FY25. So overall seems positive for them, somewhat the Motherson Sumi Limited. Now request,
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. So, all in all, prices in gold and silver are trading in a range movement, but seems positive. Might test gold might test 58,700 to 800 levels. So buying around 58,300 is recommended, and one can maintain a stop loss as long as it is holding above 58,100. In silver also, we expect prices to test 71,000 to 71,500. So buying is recommended around 70,300 to 200 levels, and one can maintain a stop loss of 69,700. Crude oil, we are witnessing a range bound movement from 5,900 to 5,700. Though overall, we seems it should head up, and buying is recommended around 5,800, and one should maintain a stop loss of 5,730. On upside, 5,900 and 5,950 is the target we are looking for. Uh, in natural gas, we are expecting positive momentum to continue, and prices are expected to test 238 to 40 levels. So buying around 224 to 23 is recommended, and one should maintain a stop loss of 215. Uh, in copper, prices are expected to correct till 713 to 12. Could be in a range bound movement from uh, 720 to 712. In zinc, we are recommending to go long, and prices are expected to test 218 to 220. So buying around 215, 14.50 is recommended, and maintain a stop loss of 212. That's it from me. I'll ask Utkarsh to take over from here.
Thank you, sir. Very good morning, all of you. For today's trading sessions in USD as we seen for last 2 weeks, USD is trading in a range in between 81.85 in the lower range and on the higher side 81.20. So for today's trading session, if you get prices around 82.15, you can initiate short positions with a stop loss of 82.25 for the target of 82.05 and 81.95 levels. In GBP INR, one can initiate a long positions in the range of 104.13 and 104.04 levels. Stop loss of 103.74 for the target of 104.50 and 104.72 levels. In Euro INR, one can initiate a long positions in the range of 89.38 to 89.29 levels. The stop loss of 89.14 for the target of 89.60 and 89.75 levels. Thank you.